Having this on mind, let us invoke God's blessings through our silent prayer. A welcome goes beyond words. It creates a feeling of care and gives a sense of pleasure, and it acknowledges the presence of everyone in the gathering. Good morning, everyone. I am pleased to extend a warm welcome to each one of you as we gather virtually for the fifth day of our national level faculty development program on innovative pedagogical strategies using AI and digital platforms, organized by the Department of Commerce UG at Kristu College Autonomous, Bangalore. Over the past 4 days, we have explored and immersed ourselves in the topics such as leveraging AI for personalized learning experiences, implementing intelligent tutoring systems in modern classrooms, gamification and AI in education, and adaptive learning technologies, customizing education for every student. Today, we are shifting our focus to next generation e-learning platforms, features, and implementation. This topic presents a valuable opportunity for us to further expand our teaching methods and refine our practices. We are privileged to have an expert facilitator with us today, Dr. Aneesya Sharma Panicker from GLA University, Mathura. Her insights and guidance will surely enrich our understanding and open the new avenues for our work. On behalf of the entire Kristu family, I warmly welcome to you, ma'am. We are truly delighted to have you here. I am also honored to welcome our participants joining us from the institutions across the country. Your active involvement and collaborative spirit have greatly enriched our learning journey. Additionally, I extend a heartfelt welcome to our FDP organizing committee and all the faculty members from the Department of Commerce, Kristu College for this FDP. A warm welcome to each one of you. Now, I request Dr. Shaina to introduce about today's resource person. Ma'am Shaina, ma'am, it is muted, ma'am.
Good morning. I'm delighted to introduce our resource person of the session, Dr. Aneesya Sharma Panicker. Dr. Aneesya has more than 11 years of experience in academics. Recently, she is serving Institute of Business Management, GLA University, Mathura, as Associate Professor. Her doctoral research work was in the field of diversity and inclusion. Her key teaching and research interest includes workplace inclusion, hobby, and talent management. She is a passionate researcher and has worked many international and national research publications indexing Scopus and ABDC database. She has also reviewed many research papers for the journal and books on business communication of Tata Nagrahi Education Private Limited. I welcome Matt.
Thank you, Shaina ma'am. Aneesya ma'am, this is the time for you, ma'am. Please kindly take over the session.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Department of Commerce, Kristu University. And good morning to everyone. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate the FDP team of this Department of Commerce for organizing FDP on such a relevant topic, which is need of the hour to be discussed. In fact, why I'm saying discuss, because majority of us are aware of what this next generation e-learning platform is. So that's why to discuss and share our thoughts and knowledge on this particular topic. So thank you for this, and indeed a pleasure and honor for me to again associate with you all and share few thoughts. Okay, fine. So I realize that many of you might have basic knowledge or some of the information related with this particular topic, which I'm going to discuss today. So if there is anything which I'm going to cover, which you already know, sincere apologies on that front. So basically the purpose, may I request, I have shared the PPT with Aarti ma'am. Can someone share it? Because I'm facing problem in sharing the PPT.
Okay, ma'am. Wait, we will check it.
So,
You are not able to share.
Pardon, sir?
You are not able to share it, ma'am.
Yes, I'm not able to share.
I will check with Aarti, ma'am, because she is not in the meeting. I will check with her.
Yes,
Kindly give
sir, I am
permission.
there, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sir,
Please kindly share.
ma'am is co-host. She can share the screen.
No, ma'am is telling not able to share, ma'am. She is having some issue in the sharing.
I have connected it with my cell phone. There is some issue with my laptop. And
Okay,
that's
can you
why.
just send me the PPT, ma'am? I'll share it for you.
I have mailed, sorry, WhatsApp you.
Have you mailed me?
No, I sent to you through WhatsApp.
Okay. Just a second, ma'am. Give me a second.
Fine. But meanwhile, let me just put the topic on floor so that we can basically discuss on the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So basically, the topic that is next generation e-learning platforms. What are the different strategies and how to implement it? Specifically, if we talk about in this today's era, it's very important to talk about it, to be sensitive towards this particular thing, because what happens, something new and a new wave in technology, rather than first creating an opportunity, like a strength for us, it first creates a challenge before us, a threat before us, specifically as an academician and so. So basically, this concept of next generation e-learning platforms, it actually revolves around leveraging the advanced digital and AI-driven technologies. That is to create a very dynamic, personalized, and interactive learning environment for the participants. Here, when we say participants, then it comprises of specifically with respect to students. So unlike the traditional learning platforms, which was like primarily which was focused towards just content delivery and then the basic assessment, this new generation platforms has integrated the sophisticated tools so as to make the learning not only effective but engaging as well. Thus, to go beyond this traditional learning system, this new gen technology has incorporated artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented learning, virtual reality, and advanced analytics. So now the days are gone when, as a facilitator or as a teacher, we were just sharing the content or clearing the doubts of the students. Now it is more of assessing their emotions, their behavior, and on the basis of that, adjusting our style. So basically, with this respect, in today's session, I will be talking about the main agenda of my presentation will revolve around few things, and that is first is we will be discussing about what is new generation e-learning platforms, what are its core features when we say how we say that this is next generation e-learning platform. So what are the core features? What are the pedagogical strategies which is being adapted by many of the universities, educational institutions, professional institutions, not only internationally, but in India as well. So what are those pedagogical strategies? Then how to implement it? Like, fine, we know these are the platforms which are available in our hand, but the point arises how to use it. This is again one of the things. And secondly, whatever platform is available, it is not always like if it is used by someone, it is going to suit me in the same way it is made effective to them. So because of that, we have to follow a specific strategy so that we can implement these pedagogies in an effective way, and we should be able to get the expected results and outcome. Then we will be discussing certain case studies. So I came up with few examples.
Aneesya, ma'am, sorry to disturb
yes.
you. Can you see the PPT, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, and sorry for bothering you.
Yes.
Okay, so in this way, we will be discussing few of the major case studies, related with some of the international institutes which are using these case study, these platforms, various platforms, as well as the few cases from Indian context. And then what are the future trends, and just concluding the overall thing. So the basic reason why I actually thought of coming over with this particular topic, what interests me, because truly as an academician, I'm this industry since last 19 years. So basically, I've seen how the things has evolved from traditional teaching methodology in which content was shared. Major focus was on making the students learn and understand. And since the group of students in a specific class, there were so many students. So like it is whatever there in the curriculum, the main focus is just to cover it up. But now the industry, the environment has changed. And with that change, it is not enough for neither for a teacher or for a student to just confine themselves or their learning in the classroom or the syllabus which is there. So extra information, more knowledge, more tech savvy, this is what the need of the hour. Apart from getting a degree or a regular course, doing a regular course, it also becomes very important to leverage upon the technology and getting expertise in that area. So with that perspective, ma'am, please next slide. With that perspective, if we talk about this next generation e-learning platform, so as I've said, that it is basically comprising of incorporating all the technological advancement. Ma'am, next slide. In the form of artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality, virtual reality, combining it all together so that we can create an engaging and motivating session for our students. So the purpose is what? To make the learning more interactable, accessible, as well as to tailor-made as per the needs of the students. Thus, in this way, all these platforms tends to enhance the learning efficiency and student engagement. Ma'am, next. So, next slide. So let us first understand how this concept has evolved. So I'm not talking about the traditional teaching till this e-learning platforms. This is just what I've synthesized from various literature. This I'm going to share. And basically, if we see all these advancement has actually occurred in pre-2000. So basically, this the first stage was the early e-learning platform, which was the very basic one that is basically concerned with a very static content delivery via the web. So and the best thing is that um, it the content in that through web delivery, the content was made very simple. Now, finally, it was limited through multimedia elements only. So, like the text, the images, and all these things. So, and the assessment of that learning, whatever we are sharing through this web platforms, very basic assessment is being done through in the form of quizzes and all. And but the basic problem which was there is that it is one size fit at that moment of time. That is, the approach is same thing for every level of learner, from low to advanced learner. So it is same for everyone. And because of that, the this particular methodology was not able to cater to the needs of specific students, specific need of the students. So with that, keeping that particular drawback or limitation, then comes in early 2000, like after 2000 to early 2010, the era was of interactive learning platforms. Say, so for example, your learning management system, for example, Moodles, Sakai, and there were many companies were there who were offering these content in which it was not only incorporating simple content. In fact, certain animations, certain multimedia, videos, audios were also there. Use of forums were started, classrooms, discussions were started, and this resulting into a more interactive way. Now, it has its impact because students were active since they were involved in discussion, not participants, in fact. Then in 2010, it was a revolution in the field of mobile and cloud-based learning. So basically, the third era was when mobile compatible platforms were made so that there should be an ongoing learning should be there. And it is actually based on a cloud-based storage was there. So the delivery of the content and this mobile-based application platforms provided a platform for real-time updates and feedback. So thus, for example, these cloud platforms in 2010, which was very prominent, were Google Classrooms, Microsoft, Moodle Clouds, uh, and companies, like edutech companies like Udemy and Skillshare, they have adapted these technologies so that they should be able to serve the what you say their clients in a better way. Then comes your next generation, and that is in late 2010 to early 2020. Then came a real revolution because of the advent of data analytics. So basically, this enabled personalized learning. So personalization was there through data, AI, real-time learner analytics.
Ma'am, you're not audible. Aneesya, ma'am.
Analytics, analyzing. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, now you're audible, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so this compel the education industry also to education industry. When I'm saying, then it means I'm not talking about the institutes which are serving for distance learning education and all that. In fact, universities where full-time courses are also learning, it compelled up this early 2020s, this integration of AI and analytics and everything. This compelled these universities to incorporate in their regular teaching pedagogy, incorporate AI so that they can better serve their students. Now, let us talk about certain things. Then come your 2020s and then beyond, like the era in which we are. Now, this is the era of immersive learning, which means that fully immerse, experience, and then have a hands-on learning experience on whatever you are doing. So basically, this is how it is being integrated. It is through augmented learning and virtual reality integration. So basically, it is really revolutionary, creating a revolution in the field of science, in the field of engineering, because it is also facilitating the students so that they are not only understanding the content via these e-learning platforms. In fact, they are also able to attend and understand through virtual labs. So these simulations and interactive 3D models were there, which is actually helping the students to understand and visualize whatever it is being taught. So it is really creating a revolution in all these areas. And then is what is the future of this next generation e-learning platform? If we talk about, then now it is a beginning. We are at a very nascent stage, and we have to we have to cover a very long journey. So with that perspective, it is going to, in a continuous way, it is going to evolve. It is going to increase the integration of new technologies, and in that way further uh, basically democratization of learning. So it should be available for everyone living at any part of the world. And this is what the focus of this new gen e-learning platform is, so that any student who is not able, or any participant or any learner who is not able to attend a university or a college or a school should not be deprived of learning and education. This is what the main focus of this technology is there. So now let us see what are the core features of next gen this e-learning platforms. Next slide. So basically, if you talk about this, next generation e-learning platforms are equipped with a variety of features, and this is really going to enhance the, not going, in fact, it is enhancing the learning experience and making it more personalized, making it more engaging and effective. So these features are basically utilizing the cutting edge technologies like artificial intelligence, as I said, machine learning, data analytics, augmented learning, virtual reality, gamification, so as to transform the traditional online learning environments. And in that way, it is also motivating us as a trainer, as an expert, as a disseminator of knowledge to enhance our capabilities and skills so that we can be in a better position to utilize this facilities and opportunities and create a better learning environment for our students. Now, the key features, some of the very key features are, for example, this adaptive learning and personalization. Now, this AI-driven systems, basically what it does, it analyzes the learner's progress. What are their strengths? In fact, what are their weaknesses? And on the basis of that strength and weaknesses, they are tailoring the content as well as the learning path. So, and for every single learner, the methodology and the system will be different. Benefit is what? This is going to engage the learner in a more better way. Now, this also provides a customized learning journey, and the learning outcome is definitely going to improve. Now, some of the example of this feature is Newton and Dreambox. They are using this tailor-based content for their students, like Coursera, like Khan Academy. They're adapting this course material based on user performance. Now, second feature is your real-time analytics and feedback. Now, basically, this feature is related with this new gen AI e-learning platform is going to provide, through this, the learners are going to receive immediate feedback and their real-time insights into how they are moving, what are their weaknesses, and how to work upon those weaknesses, and how to leverage the strength which they possess. So it is basically a very continuous assessment system is there. So examples are like your Canvas, LMS, and Moodle. Next feature is gamification. Now, gamification is one such brilliant feature in which, apart from incorporating the content, we are also introducing and incorporating games within the content. Let's say games in the form that whosoever is performing good, they are going to get points and badges, and like leaderboards are there, and that is creating a motivation and energy to participate. Like, to just give you my personal experience, when I have taken this use this e-learning platform for my kids, like in fifth standard itself, whenever they are learning, and this gamification they are using to explain the students while explaining the content, then they are doing this game. And what happens when they are doing this game, and whosoever student is responding to the questions, because they have to be very attentive. Why? Because at the end of the content, they are going to compete for the game. And once they are giving the right answer, they are on the leaderboard. Now, to be on the top of the leaderboard, that motivates them. And when they are not over there, then that pushes them to be more attentive for the next content, so that they because they want to see that thing. So this gamification is actually helping the students to understand what is the feeling of winning or what is the feeling of being recognized. So that feeling is going to give a stimulus or a push to student to move further. So this is a very brilliant feature of e-learning, which yes, we must use when we are teaching in classes. Next is collaborative tools. Well, I mean to say many of us might be using it as well. Next is it is also a feature. It's one of the feature is it is very collaborative feature. So now how it is going to done? Content is not only content is there. In fact, we are able to collaborate different features like discussion forums, like assigning group projects into small groups, making small groups of the participants, and then assigning projects to them. We are also able to facilitate that these groups can review the project or the work of the another group. So a real-time collaboration is there, understanding is there, and the benefit is what? It promotes a sense of community among the participants. So not only we are learning, in fact, we are also learning how to collaborate with others. So for example, this feature is there in Google Classroom, in Microsoft Teams, which we use. Next feature is augmented learning via like AR and virtual reality. Now, use of virtual reality and augmented technologies, it creates immense learning experience, and especially when we are talking about in the field of like medicines, in the field of engineering and architecture. So this previously this medicine engineering and architecture, it has to be to gain knowledge and to actually able to practice it, one has to attend a college or an institution, and physical presence is very important to learn all these things because hands-on experience is important. But now because of this globalization and this advancement in technology, and to uplift every section of the society, this e-learning platforms are really doing wonders in that. And with the incorporation of this AR and VR, it is making it possible for in the even in the field of medicines and in the field of architecture and engineering also, where students can learn through these platforms. So that is a great thing. And examples of this is like, for example, Labster, which offers virtual reality simulations for science education, like for example, Tilt Brush, which enables creative virtual reality exploration. Now, next feature is related with AI supported tutoring and assistance. So now, ma'am, next slide. Now, this virtual reality tutors, and it provides 24 by 7 assistance to learners. Now, you don't have to wait that when the class will start and when it is going, learner have their own pace of learning. So this is basically helping them to excel, to understand, and to clear their doubts. Secondly, this AI supported tutoring and assistance is basically also giving them assistance whenever at what point of time they want a clarification of any single point, they can clarify it. For example, is Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, this is helping in that. Our next feature is micro learning. So micro learning is basically focusing towards delivering content in small and easily digestible chunks. Say, for example, in the form of videos, flashcards, and this is basically helping the learners to engage in throughout the journey of learning. Then is cloud-based infrastructure. So another feature of e-learning is that the entire information is there on cloud, and in that way, easy access for courses, for content, for resources are there. And this is basically it supports scalability as well as it reduces the technical barriers. So once it is in cloud, then you can use it anytime. So that is really great. And examples are, for example, Google Classroom and Schoology is some of the platforms which are using it. Another feature is related with content variety and multimedia integration. So these platforms is also integrating some of the very creative and interesting aspects, and that is, for example, videos, podcast, interactive simulations, which is also facilitating the students to understand the things in a better way. So, like for example, Edmodo and Coursera. And in the same way, not only this, social learning integration is also there. So by means of these integrative tools, the learners are able to connect with their peers, the instructors, the experts from various regions. So this cross cultural training is also being done, and people are able to understand the psychology of individuals who belong to a different culture or a different community. So that is also creating a sensitivity among the learners. That is a important thing. So if, say, for example, Facebook learning, Slack learning, all these are some of the great features of next generation e-learning platforms. Ma'am, next slide. Now we will be talking about the pedagogical strategies. Although we have seen it in this features itself, but let us discuss few of the prominent strategies which we can very easily use in our sessions. So this next generation e-learning platforms, it also leverage the advanced technologies in the form of using certain strategies, and these strategies move beyond the traditional learning mechanism. Say, ma'am, next. Say the first strategy is your flipped classroom. Now, in flipped classroom, this strategy basically involves is reversing the traditional teaching method, and instead of delivering lectures, what we are doing, we are giving students access to the lecture notes. Fine. So online they can access the lecture, and then in the classroom, in that way we are saving the time in the classroom, and we are using it for discussions, for collaborative projects and problem solving. And this sharing the online content pre-hand, this is enable the students to revisit the content when and at wherever they are finding confusion or problems. So for example, if we talk about this flipped classroom, it is Edpuzzle. Uh, is a platform which allows instructor to turn the video lectures into interactive lessons, and by means of this it also incorporates imbibed questions and prompts. Next, ma'am. Next strategy can be used is gamification. Now, as I said, that gamification involves including game design elements, for example, points, badges, leaderboards, levels, and in that way, converting this learning experience into a more enhanced motivation and engagement. So by means of this, the learner earn rewards, and in this way, they are encouraged to continue the learning. And not only this, they are also able to create fun and engaging environment. So say, for example, Duolingo is the best example because it is a language learning app, and it uses gamification by awarding points, badges, and levels to learners. So a very interesting and easy way of learning language. Next is our project-based learning. So next strategy, project-based learning, it refers that giving hands-on, and next slide, giving hands-on teaching learning experience to the students, where actually the students are working on real-world problems and projects, and over the time for extended period of time, and then the instructor is giving like, ma'am, next slide. Then the instructor is giving feedback to them, a real-time feedback to them, over which they can actually work upon. And in that way, it encourages critical problem-solving abilities of the uh, participants and develop a teamwork. Say, for example, platforms like Google Classrooms and Trello are using this project-based, providing this project-based learning. Another strategy, next slide, peer-to-peer learning and collaboration. Now, in peer-to-peer learning and collaboration, what is there? Basically, through this strategy, the learners should be able to collaborate with their peers. Like I still remember when I was doing an online executive program on HR analytics from IM, this Kashipur. So basically, that has given me insight into, because through that, since I was learning not a full time, it was executive program, so online was there, and I did at the time of this COVID and everything. But the way they have incorporated learning, and that to analytics, making the students learn analytics, and that through online, it was fabulous. It also provides this, the point which I'm saying, that peer to peer learning and collaboration. What they did is they have given us project, this project methodology, which I'm saying. So they have given us a project and made a group. So in my group, there are people, the participants are from different parts of the country, and few were international participants as well. So in collaborating with them, understanding the time horizons, everything has to be understood, and then working on that. So this online strategy always try to incorporate a methodology in which you should be able to incorporate this peer learning and collaboration, because it helps the participants to build communication. It helps them to understand what is team dynamics. It helps them to learn the social learning skills as well. So say for example, Slack and Edmodo, they use it. So it is a very important strategy which can be used to benefit from this e-learning platforms. Next is real-time feedback and formative assessment. So another strategy which has to be incorporated is there should be continuous assessment and feedback. If we are providing the content in a, and the content should be in a small groups, segments, so that understanding should be there. Always try to test the retention of the learning via these methods, like feedback loops should be there. There is no only like question answer quizzes, games and everything. In fact, real time feedback here means the instructor should tell the students, the participants, that where they are lagging, and in that way on time improvement over those points can be done. For example, Quizlet. So this is a very good way of making the people understand that what is their pace of learning. Next is blended learning. Next slide. Now, blended learning is basically, it is the best element in the case of online and in-person learning. So this we as like professionals, as academicians, we must use in our teaching, because apart from face-to-face interaction, there should be some online assignments should be there, and this is going to provide. This is supported by a hybrid, basically by hybrid course, because it provides flexibility to the students, and in that way they can balance the independent study with the collaborative study. So apart from whatever they are studying in the classes, encourage the students so that they can also try to do certain courses from through these e-learning platforms and earn certificates apart from what they are doing in the regular course. For example, many universities, including your Harvard and MIT, they are now offering blended courses that combine online lectures with in-person seminars and discussions. So these pedagogical strategies can be used to enhance the learning of these students, not only in class, in fact, uh, out of the class, and make the learning a fun activity. Now, next is, let us see how we can implement this next generation e-learning platforms. What are these steps? So the first thing which has to be done is always try to define the objectives and the requirements. That is, set a very clear-cut e-learning platform goals. For example, you want to improve the learner engagement, you want to give a personalized learning experience, you want to enhance the collaboration. Identify what is your objective. Next, try to identify the specific need of the learners. Differentiate the level of learners, the educators, the administrators, what should be the type of content, feature, what tools should be best to use to make this particular content understandable to the participants. All these things has to be done pre-hand. Now, how to identify all these things, like what content, feature, or tool? In that way, conducting a survey, a focused group survey with the stakeholders, that is the instructor, the students, the trainers, and everyone, and then identifying, defining the KPIs, what are the key performance indicators, so that we can actually assess, measure the success. Now, this is definitely the first step is going to create a roadmap, which is to be followed. Next, after setting the objective, next step is select the right platform. That is, once the objective has been defined, now you have to see which platform is best suitable for me. So for example, and it will definitely depend upon the feature of that platform, ease of use, its cost, and its scalability. So ensure that the platform which you are going to select, it should have some of the essential features which we have discussed. Like for example, it must have adaptive learning, it must have real-time feedback, it should facilitate you in collaborative tools and data analysis. So these are some of the basic features which should be there in the like the tool, the e-learning platform which you are going to purchase or develop for your use. So next step is third is engage the stakeholders, the parties who are involved in the entire process, and then build a team. Here, when we are talking about stakeholders, then we are specifically talking about the faculty, the staff, and the learners. And here the staff is the IT staff who is going to manage the entire platform. So identify and build a team. Tell them the purpose. Tell them what is expected from them. And then with their expertise and experience, tailor-made the platform so that you can basically get maximum benefit out of that. So the first thing which has to be done is to arrange a meeting with them, make them understand what is actually the objective of going with this specific platform, and then define their roles and responsibilities. Then after this, develop content and integrate tools. So now the time has come when you have taken up, built a team, now develop the content, the e-content, the quizzes, the videos, and everything. And it should be, as I said, identify the levels. What type of learners we are going to get, what different categories of learners we are going to have. On the basis of that, a content should be divided so that it should be made in a progressive way. So, say for example, you might have seen if you have done any course from Coursera or Udemy, you have seen that they for specific course they say that this is intermediate level, this is basic course, this is intermediate level course, this is advanced course. Now, this is categorization of the content on the basis of level of the learner. So this has to be done. Now, after that, once it is the content has been made, integration of these content with the tools has been done, then is conducting a pilot study. Now you have made it now in a small group of learners and instructors, use that platform and see what is their feedback on that. So collect the feedback through surveys, through interviews, through their performance data, how they are performing on that platform. And then on the basis of the feedback, make changes in the things. And then comes your provide training and support. So once this has been proved, then the next step is now the team which you have made to come till this point of conducting the pilot study, this has been done and it has been proved successful. Now you are ready to go with the entire thing. Then you have to broaden the team. And in that way, start with providing training and support. So ensure that all the educators, those who are going to use those platforms, the administrators, the learners, they are going to be comfortable with the platform. For that, give them thorough training, conduct various live workshops like webinars, on-demand training, and like that. Like for example, it just reminded me of one thing. Our university has subscribed for this, taken license for Harvard business case studies. So the same pattern which is being followed. You're not going there to learn how to conduct a case study, how to write a case study, or how to deliver case study within the class. So this what has been done. First, the objective has been decided. A small team was made. They were in discussion with the service provider, Harvard case study team. And then after that, when the understanding that tailoring was done as per the instructor and the level of our students, and then the training of faculty members, the instructors who are going to use that platform has started. And in that, obviously, live, like online sessions were there, webinars, conferences, seminars were there, where our doubts were cleared, and then making the instructor comfortable and confident that yes, they can conduct it in the class and they can take maximum utilization of it. So this is how it is being done. Now, once this platform has been finalized, training has been done, now we have to very slowly roll out the platform. That is, launch the platform organization wide. Now, allowing all the learners and instructor to assess and to utilize this platform. Now, in this phase, if possible, start with few departments only, and then few departments or few courses, and then spreading it throughout the organization or the departments. And then comes your monitor, evaluate, and iterate. So continuously track the platform performance is user engagement, whether the users are engaged with that. Like for example, I still remember previously, now this advancement has taken such a pace. Now, previously what happens whenever a person is doing, say, for example, doing a particular course. So it is a video of 10 minutes. They have to go through that 10 minutes lecture and then to submit a quiz. And on the basis of that, successful completion of the course, they are going to get the certificates. So with that perspective, when initially it was started, students started using it in that way. They just scroll it out, attempt the quiz, through Google and everything, and submit and get. Now, these platforms has become very good, and in that way, they are ensuring that the students are not fast forwarding the content through AI. They are also understanding what is the engagement and how much time they have actually devoted in understanding the content. So this is how this AI is being developed. Now, the last step is scale and innovate. So as working very great, you have utilized all the features. Now, always try to innovate the platform and try to implement more strategies in it so that you can make it more interactive and a fun-filled experience for the learners. So next slide, please. Now, some of the examples, very quickly, I will just wind it up. Some of the examples, that is case studies of next generation e-learning platforms. So next, as you can see, this Harvard University, Harvard Online United States, they are using this custom built platforms, which is combined with Canvas, LMS, and other advanced tools for its online learning programs. Now, because of this particular venture, their online courses, they are offering over 200 online courses across various disciplines. And through this online and hybrid courses, there is 30% increase in enrollment. So because they have the key aspect which they have incorporated is real-time feedback and advanced analytics which they have used. Another example is so next, Duolingo. This is a good, as I said, this is a global language learning platform. So basically, it has used AI-driven mobile app. So making more handy for the participants to understand. So they gamified the elements like points, levels. So in fact, micro learning lessons were also there. AI-based feedbacks were also there. And this utilized this giving immediate feedback. And the result is this: over 500 million users globally with high engagement and retention rate is there. So significantly, this gamification has increased the learner's motivation to learn through e-learning platform. Next is Future Learn. The Future Learn is online course provider in United Kingdom. What they do is they make social learning platforms. So they partner with universities and they offer a variety of courses through a collaborative online model. So major aspect which they focus is on developing social learning through discussion forums and peer-to-peer interaction. And they are also providing digital certification. And since this digital certification gamification aspect is there. Focus is on social learning. So students are more interested for more credentials and industry aligned courses. Now, let us see a few of the examples from Indian context. Swayam. So, Swayam, which is study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds. It is a government initiative, very great initiative. It provides free online courses through partnership with institutions like IITs and IIMs. So, MOOCs are there. Uh, Certification. In fact, Swayam has also made it compulsory, I must say, in a way that university has to come so that the students, the learners, should be able to maximize this use of this platform because it is free of cost. The option of credit transfer is also there. So a student who is studying a particular course and program, enrolled in a program, one course is there, he can do it from Swayam and transfer the credit through that. So in that way, it is making learning more effective and reach, maximizing the reach to majority of the people. Then is Byju's, although it is facing a tough time, but still it has revolutionized the edutech industry. So it was a mobile and web-based platform and specifically for like kindergarten to 12th education. Now it is in competitive examination, test preparation and everything. And it is very beautifully utilized, gamification and everything. It is expanded like anything, not only in India, in international forums as well. So more than 150 million registered users are there and they are highly engaged in India. So next. Next, sir. Now the last but not the least is IGNOU, very renowned again, like a platform of Delhi in Indira Gandhi Open University. This as digitally transformation is there. It goes into distance education. Now digital transformation has witnessed by IGNOU also. They have a platform that combines video lectures, e-books, and virtual labs. And this is providing flexibility and accessibility to the learners so that learners and that to working professionals so that they can equip themselves with the new concept, with the new technology, as well as they should be able to learn and reach to the next level. So next. Now, if we talk about the future trends in next generation, then the next generation, the next slide, next generation, as we have already discussed, it will be the generation of artificial intelligence, machine learning, immersive technologies, as I said, and it is really revolutionizing the medicine, engineering, and architecture field, that is augmented learning and virtual reality, micro learning, so short focused learning segments, which is catering to the busy schedule of the professionals. So micro learning and modular courses is also providing benefits. Another trend is related with learning analytics and data-driven insights. So basically, this is helping to track the engagement and monitor the performance and attendance of the learners. And thus, in that way, providing valuable insights for institutions so that they can refine their curriculum, they can identify the popular courses, as well as how they can improve the learner outcome. And next is gamification and enhanced user engagement is also one of the things, and that is this point levels, rewards, competition. It motivates the learners and it make the learning experience a fun-filled activity. So this is what there, and then increased focus on soft skills and emotional intelligence. Yes, future platforms will integrate the content to develop soft skills like emotional intelligence, communication, and teamwork. All these things which is said that one cannot learn through books, it should be experienced. But now the time will be there where a person can actually develop these skills through virtually also. If we talk about the future of e-learning, definitely it is going to emphasize a learner-centered approach. And by means of this, it is going to allow the individuals so that they can gain skills and they should be highly relevant and applicable in the real world, because these platforms is continuously they are going to evolve, and they will play a very crucial role in enabling lifelong learning. So thus ultimately this next e-generation learning are not just tools. We have to understand they are not just tools. In fact, they are powerful ecosystems. And that is going to drive the future of learning, making it more inclusive, making it more interactive, and truly transformative. So thank you everyone for your patient listening. If you have any question, you can ask.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I hope there is no queries from any of the participants. Okay, thank you, ma'am, for sharing your expertise on next generation's e-learning platforms, features, and implementations. I now request Ms. Simi Anto to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the end of this enriching session, it's my privilege to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this event a success. First and foremost, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Aneesya Sharma Panicker, for her insightful session on next generation e-learning platforms, features, and implementation. Dr. Aneesya ma'am, your profound expertise and insights have been exceptionally inspiring. We sincerely thank you for sharing your knowledge, helping us to understand how to evolve from traditional teaching methods to dynamic, innovative pedagogies that will undoubtedly enrich our educational approaches. Thank you for opening new avenues for us to elevate the learning experience. A special thanks to our HOD, program coordinator, and the organizing committee for their tireless efforts in coordinating and planning this program. Your hard work has ensured that today's session was informative, well organized, and smoothly executed. A big thanks to St. Anthony's College, Shillong, for their valuable collaboration. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank all the participants for your time and enthusiasm. Let us all take the insights shared here today and continue to explore new possibilities in e-learning platforms, which will undoubtedly shape the future of education. Thank you once again, and we hope to see you in our future sessions.
Thank you, ma'am. And a sincere thank you
ma'am.
to all the participants for their active engagement and enthusiasm throughout the program. This brings us to the close of the 5th day of our FDP. Thank you once again, and I wish you all a wonderful day ahead. I remain.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.